did this review, I saw Big Hero 6. Right now, my expression seems like I've seen Interstellar, because apparently that's the greatest movie of all time. According to IMDb, it's like the third greatest movie of all time. But I saw Big Hero 6 because probably that's a better movie. I know I can't judge Interstellar before I see it. And first of all, I'm not saying that because that's 3 hours. I don't care about those people that say it doesn't feel like 3 hours. But first I'll talk about everything else that's not Big Hero 6. Because I have, I'm speechless. This is, if anything, is going to be the best film of all time. This is not, but if anything is, this has a better chance of being the best film of all time than Interstellar. Whatever, I'll get to that in a sec, and then I'll do that. First, let's talk about everything that wasn't it. Trailers. I only got 2 new trailers. I usually do this at the end, but I'm so speechless. I got finally a trailer for Minions. That looks okay. And Tomorrowland with George Clooney. I don't think. I might see Minions, though, when it comes out next year, I think. And then I got a short cartoon, Fetch, because Disney does those Disney shorts. And it was pretty good. I can't even say anything about anything else that was. Oh my god. This is gonna be the shortest review ever. Oh, and Big Hero 6 made more money than Interstellar, so yeah. Called it. It was like 56 mil to like 50 mil. I am gonna post a review for Interstellar that Doug Walker, aka the Nostalgia Critic, did as Doug Walker, as himself. Pretty much not bashing the movie, well, bashing the second third of the movie, but he liked the first third and like the last third, and he said the middle part was just not no talking that like a real human being does, and you could disagree with him because you are one with the Nolan, I don't know, and like Nolan can't make a bad film even if he tried or something, because it looks spectacular, but it's just talking, and he didn't say, like, that they weren't showing anything. I don't think they were just saying it was all exposition, and, like, philosophical, and nothing that a real human being would do. In Big Hero 6, maybe I should start. In Big Hero 6, there's also that, but they work on a robotics team, so they kind of have to. They're pretty much telling their teammates, and they're explaining. That's how a real human being would talk if you're on a science team. If you're on a robotics team, you'd create, and there's not a lot of it. It's no exposition. It's actually a good movie. Okay, I'm sure Interstellar's good. If I could ever sit still for 3 hours, I'd see it. But it's 3 hours. He says if you showed the first third of Interstellar, and then in the middle you said stuff happens, and then showed the last third, he would have liked it. You don't need to have all this exposition and, like, what does it mean to go into this place? And yes, I haven't seen it again, okay? Big Hero 6. This is my favorite film of the year, better than the Lego Movie. For all of you people that like Lego Movie, and then there's something that's like, oh, it's so outdated. It's already outdated, yeah. Name one pop culture reference used in there that isn't from, like, before, well, I mean, they're all characters, but they're all characters from, I forgot what I was gonna say. Whatever. Even if I did this review, like, right out of the theater, I have nothing to say about it. I really wish this movie was bad. I don't want to overhype it, because then, once a movie's overhyped, you have to hate it, apparently. Just to sound different, which people think I do. But, this review's been 5 minutes and 10 seconds, and for about 5 minutes of it, I've talked about other stuff. Should I even upload this? It's just, see the movie. If you're deciding between Interstellar and Big Hero 6, yes, I haven't seen Interstellar. I would not like Interstellar, okay? So see Big Hero 6 by default. And anyway, probably Big Hero 6 is better. Even though Interstellar has a 9.1 out of 10, which is below Shawshank and below The Godfather on IMDb. I talked about trailers. All the voice actors did a good job. Wasabi was voiced by Damon Wayans Jr., which I knew he was, but if I hadn't heard, I would have guessed, like, Wayne Brady or something. Well, he was, like, whenever he talked high-pitched, it kind of sounded like Wayne Brady a little bit. You get to hear T.J. Miller say, "Yeah, science," and Baymax is adorable. And yeah, I really haven't, like, spoiled anything. I thought, like, I'd start to spoil. This is technically going to be a spoiler review, so I guess spoilers. Okay, fine, spoilers. So, the main character, well, not the main character, the guy that builds, if you don't want me to spoil, let's just click away, and you'd probably, hang on a sec. Sorry about that. What was I up to? Oh yeah, okay. So if you don't want this to be spoiled, and you wouldn't come back to this anyway after if you know it. So I'm going to spoil this just for me anyway. Tadashi, the main character, but not the main character, the guy that builds Baymax, dies in a fire. And then there's a bunch of stuff like, oh, one of the people, had like a suit, so he didn't actually burn in the fire, and then he turns evil. That's the only part I can, like, I don't know. You still have to put that in there to, well, yeah. Never mind. You have to put that in there because that explains who is in the mask in the movie. I take back what I said there. And then, like, I can't even say anything. This movie is too good. And now everyone's gonna have me, I'm gonna overhype it too much. And everyone's gonna be like, oh, I hate it now because he overhyped it. And that makes no sense. You can't hate something because someone overhyped it. Just because, yeah. Actually, no. Even if you say it's the greatest movie of all time, I don't let other people's opinions start. Even though I just went on the whole thing about Doug Walker saying Interstellar. What? Okay, I'm calling it now. My top 5 for the rest of the year, since I'll find stuff online to see, to have a good top 10 list, because my first, like, 7 films are good, and then, I've seen 19 films. More than half of them were just meh. And then, like, a couple were bad. So I have, like, a good top 5. And then, like, there's stuff like, should I put in Muppets Most Wanted, or Neighbors, or, like, 22 Jump Street? I'm like, so. Okay, so number 1 would be Big Hero 6, number 2 would be Lego Movie, number 3 would be Guardians, number 4 would be The Box Trolls, and number 5 would be Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Because, yeah, I don't see those Oscar films like Interstellar or Gone Girl or Nightcrawler or whatever. So, I talked about 90% of this movie. I talked about other stuff that wasn't Big Hero 6. But, why did this movie have to exist? It was too good. I'm out of material. I didn't even get any new posters, so I can't show you. Hi. So, bye. Next time I'll try not to be so ticked off about everything. I know a bunch of my reviews are, like, I'm just, like, mad about everyone. I'll try not. Next review is probably Dumb and Dumber 2 or Penguin to Madagascar. But I'm not seeing another one until, like, Christmas, when my family sees Into the Woods. So, the camera's here. So, bye.